back. In today's tutorial, I'm gonna help you beginners learn to code in Python. In today's video, we're gonna be learning to create a rock, paper, scissors game in Python. With that, let's get started. Firstly, you would want to import random. Why? Because random would help us or the computer pick between the three choices that we're gonna give it: rock, paper, and scissors. And this importing stuff in Python saves a lot of time because somebody has already done that stuff for you, and you don't need to code all that stuff because it's just time taking and you wouldn't learn anything, and it's also very complicated. Import random means that you could import their code onto your Python code or file. Then you would want to create a function. And if you're a beginner and don't know what a function is a part of code which you would store a bunch of other code and make your function do a certain action. And you would use a function to organize that stuff and make it less complicated for everybody to understand. So it might sound complicated, but as we go through this tutorial, I promise you it won't sound that complicated. Then give your function a name. Mine is gonna be play game. Feel free to copy my code. So play game, parentheses, and a colon. And if you don't know what these parentheses are used for, they're not really that important in this video because we're not gonna use them, but I'm just gonna tell you what they are. They're used to store parameters. And what are parameters? Well, they look like this: X and Y. Those are parameters. And the more parameters you have, the more input you could give your parameters. So if I have X, that's a parameter. That means I could give the function one input. Watch my other video on functions if you want more deeper understanding on functions, and then place a colon. This is to tell Python that anything that's below the function and indented is in is part of the function, like so. So if you don't have an indent like this, you're not in the function and you might get an error maybe. But make sure that you have this indent. Should be four spaces. I don't know. So like you should have an indent. Yeah. So I'm just gonna get it. And now what you would want to do inside over here is you would want to create a list. So what is a list? A list in Python is something where you could store a bunch of stuff in two brackets. I'm gonna give you a deeper explanation. So a list is used to store multiple items in a single variable. That's all you need to know. It's pretty basic. So, like so, you could store apples in, fruits in a single variable. It's to make everything more simple. Instead of creating a bunch of other variables, you could just store it in one single variable. So that's all you need to know for now. And this is from W3 schools. So let's go back to our code now. So in order to create a list, we use brackets. So, and um they look like this. And basically now you store all our options that we're gonna give the computer and our user, which is gonna be us. So rock, paper, and scissor. Mm, Remember not to put an S there, because you might sometimes put in the scissor and it might give you an error. You'll understand what I'm talking about. So that's all you need to do on up until here. Now we are going to create a new variable called your choice. So with your choice, we're gonna let the user give their input to us so we could make our code work. So our question is gonna be rock, right? Paper or scissor and the colon and make sure you give it a space. So choice, rock, paper, scissor, your choice, rock, paper, scissor, and yeah. Now if we run this, so on Python file, you could see, oh my bad. We haven't printed this onto our screen yet, so yeah. Oh actually, oh it doesn't work. Oh yeah, I'm having trouble. Wait, I'm just gonna fix